Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thank you so much for joining me here. I hope you are having an amazing day. Happy Wednesday to you and your family. We're going to take a look here again at Terra Luna, kind of see what's going on, of course, in the recent past, and help try to understand, again, best practice, big picture. This would be a pretty quick video just because there hasn't been a tremendous update in the last 24 hours, but we are back on the rise. However, fairly concurrent with Bitcoin. So again, things I just want to kind of point out there. If you're new to the channel, not a financial advisor, hope you can learn something here today. I love teaching people how to trade, so I hope that you can learn something. And obviously, if you want to become a better trader, CryptoCache.tech is a site, link in the description below. And just let me know if you have any questions. I do have military and third world country discounts. Feel free to, again, ask or inquire within. Link in the description below for my website, though. Taking a look here, though, at Luna. I mean, pretty straightforward stuff, honestly. Yesterday, when we covered it, the price was on the increase, which again, Bitcoin had dipped, and we covered it just after Bitcoin had hit its lowest point. And of course, coming back up again. Big surprise, we see a very similar pattern here for Bitcoin. And if you can see here, red day followed by 2 green days. Red day followed by 2 green days. So again, Luna is, no matter how much you want to try to disagree with me, Luna is fairly concurrent with Bitcoin. So its pump here today, albeit, probably more so like 5 or 10x of what Bitcoin is doing, you got to keep in mind it's moving concurrent with that. Bitcoin's trying to test a key level resistance, and we're seeing the same quality here from Luna. Good news is, though, yesterday when we got the candlestick closes right here at about 190, sorry, not yesterday, but 2 days ago over the weekend, essentially, we can see that there's a resistance level at 190. So we're tentatively above that for now. Obviously, the candlestick hasn't closed yet, but generally speaking, you can kind of see here that it's trying to break that resistance and continue higher. Whereas Bitcoin is having trouble breaking its resistance. So this is a positive thing for Luna. It's effectively responding better than Bitcoin is currently at this time. All right. So again, just something to kind of bring to your attention. Taking a look here at the 4 hour. If we kind of take a look here, let's go ahead and get this better up. We can kind of see with the 4 hour that there's, once again, a resistance shelf at 230. Okay. So keep in mind the price comes up. It may face some rejection at 230. Another thing to also be aware of, as well as right around 210, is another area in which the price could actually level out, because that was a 4 hour, an 8 hour time frame where the price action was unwilling to go any higher. Okay, so again, just something to be mindful of and aware of, that there's definitely no guarantees there, but I think that really helps us give perspective on the fact that this continuation, pending Bitcoin's continuation, is going to be continue, right? If Bitcoin doesn't sell off and make lower highs, which it has been doing, then we should experience an increase from Luna. The price should continue. Another thing to look at too, and I don't know the dates on this, but I know there are some fundamentals going on the backside with Luna and some other other coins, and I just want pay attention to that. Do your research. That could also be a catalyst as well. Just bear in mind that oftentimes there is the price increases up to an event, and oftentimes the price will sell off right as that event is either happening or just after. Okay, so try not to get stuck in that, and try to hold on forever if it's if this is just kind of a quick trade for you. Obviously, depending on your goals, you'd want to establish that. But generally speaking, that's kind of the consensus there. Pumps and dumps happen with news events. So what is it? Buy the rumor, sell the news. Essentially, is what is considered as. All right, taking a look here at the 1 hour. Pretty much the same thing we can see here, and this is something that's important to recognize, and I just want to kind of draw this connection. We take a look at Bitcoin. Last 3 hours have been green. Take a look at Luna. Last 3 hours have been green. So again, Luna has a tendency of pushing up harder when Bitcoin does, right? Just bear in mind, Bitcoin sells off, Luna does as well. Okay, so again, for the most part, this is actually a very positive sign, because it's responding better to the increases for Bitcoin and responding less worse to the decreases. So again, that connection, that correlation is not a terrible thing. It's honestly just one of those things where it is what it is. Most coins are aligned with Bitcoin for the moment, and I like that Luna is aligned with Bitcoin in that sense, because it really helps us understand that we shouldn't see much more downside. At least anything under 110 is probably very unlikely, pending Bitcoin doesn't dump sub 29, 28, 27,000, which again is still on the horizon. So please understand that Bitcoin, if you want to watch my other Bitcoin videos, I make them daily. I can tell you that it's not looking fantastic for Bitcoin right now. Yes, we have a little bit of an increase when the market opened here the last 3 hours, but it's giving us some serious bearish qualities, and there's a bear pennant pattern forming. There's key level resistances. There's moving averages. A lot of things are holding the price action down for Bitcoin. So try not to be super optimistic in the sense that Luna is just going to shoot to the moon. That while there's still potential and something could happen fundamentally to cause that, from a technical standpoint, pay attention and understand what Bitcoin is doing, because it's almost effectively the same thing, and it is essentially working in a lot of ways, 3 to 5x of Bitcoin. So Bitcoin goes up 2%, we could see maybe an 8 to 10% increase from Luna. Inverse also applies when Bitcoin sells off. Just understand that. But good news is we're up over key level support here, or key level resistance previous, now support likely at 176. So as long as our next low, if the price were to come back down, isn't lower than this recent high or here, in other words, if it stays above 176 to 182, then we're in good shape to see a continuation of the upside. Again, pending Bitcoin doesn't have a bad day. Just got to throw it out there. So that being said, I hope you did learn something here today. Of course, there's not a tremendous amount that we can really look at with relative strength or traditional indicators minus TD sequential, which we didn't really bother with today based on the simple fact that it's mostly sideways and kind of in this little range. And we can kind of see fairly obviously that we're only about 5 or 6 hours in this continuation, and there's more available time for the price to continue higher. Okay, so in other words, the price could continue higher, but you got to understand too, Bitcoin is making lower highs, and until it can break that lower high pattern, I don't think Luna is going to be able to excel or exceed 208. That's just kind of my guess, my speculation. Again, a lot of different things can factor in, but Bitcoin is not looking strong, and Luna is following suit. Okay, all right. I think I've said that probably 100 times already so far. I apologize for the reiteration, but some people cease to believe that, and they just get really stuck on this imaginary 1 or 2 cent mark. While that could happen perhaps someday, and you will be a millionaire if that's the case when you have 500 million Terra Luna. But again, the likelihood of that, the price going that high is pretty low, and we should not expect that type of price point again. Okay, so just be realistic. This is a complete gamble if you invest in this, and it's really not a true investment if you're putting your money into this. Just please understand that. All right, again, if we were to repeg with $1 on UST, different story altogether. We'll see if that ever happens, which I think it's doubtful. All right, thanks again for your time. I hope you have a great rest of your day. CryptoCache.tech is again as a website if you want to become a better trader. I look forward to working with you. Have yourself a fantastic rest of your day. Thanks again.